folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Today's video is going to be my TBR for Fantasy-A-Thon. There's a shocker. I know. I decided to participate in this because I do have fantasy books, I do want to read them, and what better a time to read them when all my friends are reading them too. This is a readathon hosted by Julie at Pages and Pens. She's one of my co-hosts for Contemporary-A-Thon, and so she kind of like branched out and we're gonna take over booktube, I think, because we have Contemporary-A-Thon and then also now Fantasy-A-Thon that's also being hosted by Maddie over at the Book Pusher, who I love and adore. So it's just exciting to have like this little community of people who are all doing a-thons. So they came up with Fantasy-A-Thon, which is taking place April 5th to the 15th. It is a 10-day readathon, and I was gonna daily vlog because I haven't daily vlogged in a minute, and then I realized it was 10 days instead of 7, and so I might be doing like every second day vlogs or something. I don't know. To be honest, I might daily vlog just to see kind of like how my life goes in those days and see, yeah, I don't know, just sort of what's going on. Let me know in the comments down below if you'd like sort of a 5-day vlog and then another 5-day vlog, or if you'd like daily vlogs. Let me know, because I think it'd be funny, me, someone who doesn't read a lot of fantasy, it's not my top genre, it's not my most read genre. I don't hate fantasy, but I just haven't read a lot of it that I have enjoyed. And so, yeah, let me know if you'd like vlogs of some sort for that. I have 7 books here that I would like to read in 10 days. It's not gonna happen. And to be honest, all the books that I picked maybe don't fit any of the challenges, because I kind of just picked out of my my very organized spreadsheet like what were my fantasy books and then what books I'm interested in. Forgive me if none of these actually hit the challenges, because whatever, at least your girl's reading some fantasy books, okay? Okay, don't come for me. So the first challenge is to read a diverse fantasy, and I think I have 2 here. I don't know about the rest of them because I did not look it up. So the first book that I have here is The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I believe there is some sort of character, I believe a male-male romance in this, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever I looked it up on Goodreads, it had the LGBTQ like little thing beside it, so I'm hoping to get some sort of relationship out of that. This is a story about, I think they're fae and they live like beside humans as well, and there is a boy in a glass box in the forest until one day that boy wakes up. Is it a Sleeping Beauty kind of thing? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Will I like it? I don't know. We're gonna find out. So the second one is Short, a continuation in a series, which is another one of the challenges. And then also, I believe there is a female-female romance in this, and that is Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna Maguire. This is the second book in the Wayward Children series, and I read the first one as a library book, like the beginning of my channel, and then I don't own the first one, but this one was on Book Outlet, so I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna read it. It is wicked short, like 187 pages, so I should be able to finish that in like an hour and get that done, so that might be real cool. So the second challenge is to read a debut or a backlist title. That's like all of them for me, so I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna pick some. Okay. I'm just gonna show you guys the ones that actually hit challenges first. The fourth challenge is to read a hype train fantasy. Now this is hype train in my own mind because I'm hyped for it, so is that a thing? This is one that out of all of them I like have to and want to read immediately, so not say have to, but for me I have to for myself. That is Senlin Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. This is the fantasy that Mel from Mel to the Any suggested for me to read. This is a story about a man who sort of loses his wife in this like Tower of Babel kind of world. It's kind of a chunk. It's, I don't know, okay, 387. That's not so bad. It's exciting, and this out of all of them I feel like feels like the most fantasy, like the most not fantasy light, which is what I'm picking for some of these, because like I said, I'm not a high fantasy reader, so I'm kind of picking books that are like a whisper of fantasy. I'm most excited for it, but it feels like the most intimidating one. So that's that. Yeah, want to read that. I want to read all of these. One of the challenges is to finish a fantasy you started but didn't finish. That is none of these. I have not started any of these, so I actually don't have one for that. But in the read a fantasy in a genre or format you don't normally read, I have a couple of them. So I have two here that I believe are classified as middle grade. The first one is Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book. I loved Neil Gaiman's, what was it? The Ocean at the End of the Lane, something like that. It was really weird, and I didn't realize at the time that I picked it up that it had this like fantasy element to it, but he narrates his own audiobooks, and I'm hoping to get an audiobook of this. Then again, maybe not, because this one has illustrations and it's quite nice. It might be nice to like read along and then listen to it as well, because his voice is lovely for audiobooks. This follows a boy named Bod, or like nobody, so his name's Bod, and he's a boy that lives in a graveyard, and that sounds hella tight. I love that. This is also a gift from my sister-in-law, so I feel like I like want to read this sooner than later. And it's, you know, won a lot of things and whatnot, and yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up the audiobook and like read and listen at the same time. Next up in middle grade is just one that again I've been needing an excuse to read. That is Furthermore by Tahara Mafi. This is another middle grade series. I think there's series. I think there's this one and then the other one that I can't think of the name of. This, I think, from what I remember, is about a girl in this like Furthermore world, is the world of Furthermore, and there's a lot of magic, and she is, I think, the only person that doesn't have color, and then she's going on a journey to find her father. I don't know, we'll see how this goes. I've heard people like it. I've heard people sort of rate it like 3s across the board, so I don't know, but I want to read it, so. And then I have two other books here that I guess can fit into my backlist titles and other things that I just want to read. So yeah. The first one here is a gift that was given to me for my bachelorette party, so that is like some time ago, and I have not gotten around to reading this. There's a note from my friends on the inside. Also, this is being turned into a TV series, I believe. That is Good Omens by Terry Pratchett, and another Neil Gaiman, which I guess is just who I want to read. It's the only fantasy I have. This is, I don't know how to describe this. This is the 4 bikers of the apocalypse and an angel and demon and Judgment Day and all that stuff. I've heard it's kind of like funny and cheeky. I don't know. That's all I know about it. I've heard it's like funny and cheeky. It's funny because at my bachelorette, my friend Sid is the only person who, instead of buying me like their favorite book, just went, "This looks hilarious, you might like it." So it says, "To Natasha on the day of her bachelorette, I believe it's an incredibly good omen that you have found your man, Jeff's penis forever. XOXO Sid. P.S. I've never actually read this book, but it looks awesome." I've been meaning to read this for a while, and what better time than now to pick it up, so there's that. And then the last book on my TBR, if I somehow finish 6 other books, there's this book that I recently found at a Value Village, and I don't know what it's about. And I don't think that anyone knows what it's about, because as far as I know, I don't know. No one has explained to me what this book is about. That is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater. It's a thing. This is a book about miracles, and that's all that I've gathered upon reading the inside. Something about miracles, performing them. That's all I know. So those are the 7 books that I'm gonna try to read in 10 days. Pray for me. Like I said, I think having 2 middle grades and a short book in here might actually like do me good, you know? Like I might actually be able to complete something. yeah, April's gonna be a fun month for me. It's gonna be trying some different stuff. I feel like I've been not really in like a rut with reading, but like haven't been really like switching it up too much, and so why not get out of my typical genre and comfort zone and try some different stuff. You know, please, in the comments, if you've read any of these books, which ones you suggest to me, a person who does not read that much fantasy, to read first and try and whatever. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing good and you like this video. Oh, there's a dog outside. It was a Great Dane. It was very large and it looks like a dinosaur. I love it. This is the sign for Great Dane, by the way. Anyway, until my next video, I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!